YTH. Thanks for tuning in tonight for week 2 of our Your Mess Matters series. This is YTH Live. My name is Winter. This is Clarence.
Thank you for introducing me.
I just thought I'd help you out.
I appreciate it. Much love. I feel like I'm like on a TV show when you do it. It's like, and this is Clarence.
I'm your host, Winter. Here's your guest. I'm just kidding. We're both normal hosts.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. But if you're just tuning in, hey, be sure to subscribe, like this video, like all of our other videos. Go ahead and share it with all your friends and family. This is week 2, like Winter said, of Your Mess Matters.
We are messy people.
We are messy people.
Thank you for saying we and not me.
Yeah, I wanted to say you, but then I was like, she'll cry, actually, if I say just you are messy.
Honestly, though, the messier one of the two of us would definitely be you.
I agree with that. Yeah, no, my car is a mess.
It's disgusting.
I wouldn't say it's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Okay, it's pretty bad. It's bad.
It is rough.
But hey, I'm admitting to it.
What did Jenna say? There were potatoes growing in your car?
Apparently my car's a little dusty, so she said potatoes are growing in it. I don't know really what that means, but like, I like French fries, so
oh my gosh.
whatever. But anyways, yeah, go ahead and subscribe and share this with friends because they're not going to miss this. Y'all aren't want to miss this. This message has the potential to change your lives, but not just your lives, your friends' lives. So
yeah, for sure. And if you haven't already, like Clarence said, subscribe to our YouTube channel, but also YTH, we have a TikTok. We also are very active on our Instagram. So anytime you just like, hey, what's going on? Or, hey, I need help with this situation. Don't hesitate. DM us. There's always someone on there willing to message you back, answer your questions, help you out, whatever you need.
yeah. So you ready to jump in this?
Let's do it.
Let's dive in. So week 2 of Your Mess Matters. Your Mess Matters. Winter, have you ever been in a situation of you just thought, I can do this all by myself?
Yes. A group projects.
A group project?
Literally, I'm just like, y'all, I got this. Let me just do it.
You'd rather just do it and not have your friends help you or anything?
I hate when people drop the ball.
So you'd rather do it.
Yeah, I'm
so
just like, let me do it.
case.
Just let me do it.
I got you. I guess for me, it'd be like, I play a lot of Ultimate Frisbee, so I would say for me, it's not that I don't trust my team, but it's also I don't trust my team.
I think if you think you're the best.
But I think it's also because I am the best. But that's a little pride issue. The pride comes into that, I guess. But that's what our topic is today is you can't win battles by yourself.
Yeah.
You can't win the battle by yourself. You need a team. And, yeah.
I was thinking, like, even besides just, like, sports, but even sometimes, like, in life, that I'm like, yo, I got this. Let me just do it. Let me just, I don't want to ask for help. Honestly, sometimes even in, like, classroom settings with homework, I don't want to raise my hand when I have a question. I was really bad, like, in math class growing up. I was like, just going to figure this out. But then I, like, failed the test. And I'm like, bro, if I just asked for help.
It's because we're scared. We don't want people to look down on us. I think that's, like, almost pride, I guess. Or, like, for me, it'd be, like, scared. Like, I don't want them to think that I'm not capable of doing this for little things. But, honestly, I don't think it shows weakness when you do ask. I think, honestly, it shows, like, hey, I need help with this.
Yeah,
and that's, I mean, that's still what I'm learning for, too, you know.
Yeah.
That takes us to a good verse. Exodus... What is it?
17.
17, 8 through 13. I'll just go ahead and read it for y'all. Did I say 8?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Amalek came and fought against Israel. Moses said to Joshua, select some men for us and go fight against Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the hilltop with God's staff in my hand. Joshua did as Moses has told him and fought against Amalek, while Moses and Aaron and Hur went up to the top of the hill. While Moses held up his hand, Israel prevailed. But whenever he put his hand down, Amalek prevailed. When Moses' hands grew heavy, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat down on it. Then Aaron and Hur supported his hands, one on one side and one on the other, so his hands remained steady until the sun went down. So Joshua defeated Amalek and his army with the sword. How crazy is that?
I'm just, like, even visualizing, like, that story in my mind.
Yeah.
I've literally been like, I know that feeling, like, when I want to do this all by myself, or I've never done this, but, like, say if you're, like, running a marathon, and you're like, oh, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're, like, absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
But then someone, like, your people, like, your friends come up behind you, like, no, we got you. We're going to keep you going, like, in that story, literally visualizing someone being exhausted, and they're like, "No, here's these rocks. Let me come here, and I'm gonna stand up behind you, and I'm gonna help bear that burden, bear that weight
Yeah.
of that battle, and that's how you win."
Yeah, I think it's just crazy. Like the fact that the visual they put in here is so good. It's like Moses, like if they wanted to win the battle, Moses' hands had to be up. They
Yeah.
had to be up, and his friends knew that. He didn't have to say, "Hey, come help me." They like visually saw him like weakening, and they're like, "Hey, let me go help my friend out." He didn't have to be like, "Help me, please." Like they
Yeah.
came to his aid because they're like, "Oh yeah, he's in pain. Let's go help him." So like they gave him a seat so he could sit, but they also held up his hands so they could stay like that. And I think that just speaks volumes to it, like how much we need our friends. Like imagine at the like you're working out. You know, I don't do that. I think you work out a couple times a week. I think, but you're benching. Like let's say I got about I don't know. My max is about 550.
And I was like, "What are you gonna say?" Your massive.
My max is about 550. So like when I get up there and I'm like lowering it, it's like right here on my chest, and I'm like, and my
There
friends
is
are
that
like,
moment though, like when you are benching, you're like, "Oh my gosh,
yes.
this is so much weight."
It's like this is a lot of weight on me right now, but like your friends are there and they like help you up with it, you know,
Yeah.
not all the way, but just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Like that just speaks volumes, I think.
I think not to bounce off of that, like with the weightlifting, that's also why it's important to have a spot.
Yeah.
You know, I think in the moments of battle, you may physically be able to do it, but you're not going to be able to sustain that victory. You're not going to be able to sustain that battle.
Mhm.
Same thing with working out. You can do a couple reps by yourself, like, I got this. I don't need anyone's help.
Mhm.
But you add weight to it. You add that pressure. When you have that spot, you know, you can push it, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so much of a burden to carry. But if you have that spot, they just barely touch it, and then you're like, I got this.
Barely touch it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. You said that so beautifully. Oh my goodness. And honestly, going into that, another verse, because the Bible's full of great verses about friendships, I think, and how they can help us with
Yeah.
our lives, is Mark 2:5-13. So I'll go ahead and read that for us. I had it marked. Oh, there it is. All right, they came to him bringing a paralytic man carried by 4 of them, removed the roof above him, and after digging through it, they lowered the mat on which the paralytic man was lying. Seeing their faith, Jesus told the paralyzed man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Like, that's just mind-blowing to me. It's just like his friends, they like this paralyzed man, they knew that he was in trouble. They're like, "Hey, we hear Jesus is in town. He's close by, you know." He's like, "Hey, let's see if he'll help you. Like, I've heard he's done some crazy miracles to some people. Let's see if he can like fix you up and see what happens, you know." And he's paralyzed man. And I personally don't know if he can talk or not, but like his friends just did it. Like they carried him on the mat. I don't know how far they carried him on the mat because I'm not really good at geography, but they carried him on the mat. And imagine just like the whole process in those few verses sounds like such little, but imagine going on top or going to a concert, and at the concert it's packed and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I can't even get in. I can't even get in." Anyways. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I had to. But you're carrying your friend, and now you have to get on top of the roof and find a way to get on top of that roof yourself, but also to bring your friend that's on the mat that can't do anything. He's just dead weight. And you're like, "Okay, how do I get him up there?" So anyways, you get past that point. Now you have to drill a hole into the roof. That's a lot of work to just get my mans in there to see Jesus. But like that's the kind of friends you need in your life, I think. You want to have friends that like will cut down the roof for you, tear down the roof to get you where you need to be, I think. So anyway.
Yeah, I love just like putting that in the terms of we can't win those battles. We can't clean our messes by ourselves.
Mhm.
So I think for that guy, he didn't choose to be paralyzed. He didn't
Yeah.
choose to say, "Hey, I'm gonna live my life on the mat."
Yeah.
Like no one chooses that. Sometimes life just happens, and you're physically incapable
Yeah.
of fighting those battles, of doing things by yourself. But like what you said, having those quality friendships, having those people around you that's saying, "Hey, like I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna fight to make this happen for you," because that guy's probably just like, "Yep, I'm paralyzed." Like I'm just chilling. But like that's what we need is sometimes like people who fight and care for us when we don't feel like doing it. Because I think when we get into those messes of life, when we get into just the hardships that is life, especially even in quarantine, I think I've dealt with this a little bit during quarantine of just being like meh over everything. Honestly, even a little bit today, I was just like, bruh. But like it's those moments that it's just like, man, I just don't feel it. I'm not feeling whatever that situation or whatever the thing is for you. But you have to have friends that can like, hey, let's do this. Let's go. That can spur you on, that spur on that faith. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
I might not be there, but like I'm there for you, you know. Guess my mic died. But so just be more intentional with that. So yeah, that's really beautiful. You have anything else you want to say with that? You're not good? Okay. So I guess really just challenge y'all. Don't fight your battles alone. Your mess is a mess, but it matters. Everyone's mess matters. But get some friends that can help you with that mess. Help you clean up what you need to help cleaned up. Help you get on top of that roof to see where you need to be. Help you to get to where the next step is. Your friends can get you there. So, man, such a good message. I love it. Check on your friends, okay? Check on yourself. Check on your friends. Ah, so good. I'm about to cry.
I just love even that challenge, like the check on your friends, but also don't be afraid to like check on yourself, saying like, "Hey, I need those friendships." Like that's our challenge for you today. Like in this messiness of life, don't hesitate. Say, "Hey, I haven't talked to so and so. Hey, I've noticed this person. Like I'm gonna go and be there for them." But also don't be afraid. Again, if you're like, "Hey, Clarence, I don't have these friends," DM us. We're gonna connect you with people. We'll be there for you. We'll be there praying for you guys. But like, don't wait for something else to happen. Have those friends to take you like with the hole in the wall. Like let them drill that hole in the wall. Let them help that.
I got you. Speaking of friends, come to the pop-up tonight. That is a great place to meet some friends that can change your life and carry you to where you need to be. This pop-up's going to be so much fun. YTH as a whole, we're all family here, and we'll do anything to get you through that hole in that roof. And yeah, that's about all we got for y'all. Something short and sweet, but I hope it's meaningful. Be sure to subscribe, like this, send it to all your friends, your family, because who knows, they might need this right now more than anybody else. Pop up tonight at 7:30. We're meeting here on the courtyard, and we're going to have popsicles. We're going to have some fresh tunes. We're going to have water balloons, and we are selling limited edition face mask with limited quality.
Like we only have like a handful of masks, so they're $10. Make sure you get here, be ready to buy them, so you can be looking fresh with your YTH mask.
For school. Super dope. So bring money for that. And that's all we got. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.